Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio on a Tuesday morning, late in the NFL season. Allegations against kicker Justin Tucker came to the forefront. The team and him said they were going to let due process do its thing. There really still hasn't had any kind of announcements in that regard, but the team yesterday said, see you later, bud.
They must have taken a look, they being the Baltimore Ravens, at what is going on and what the background is, and they did kind of, this is really, in all honesty, Mike, a very sad story. This guy's one of the all-time great kickers in the NFL, in history, and he's still active. Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens, with them for 13 years, a 5-time Pro Bowl All-Star, and the holder of many records, including the longest field goal in NFL history, 66 yards. That is his. But the 89+% accuracy ratio is, how often is that going to happen? Probably never. Anyway, the Ravens released him. Now, in all honesty, he did have something of a down year. Down year for him is pretty good for others. But Justin Tucker was not as effective last year. But the key point is that there have been 12 accusations of sexual assault brought by massage therapists. In all fairness now, Justin Tucker denies every one of them. Said this never happened. I'm totally innocent. But the Ravens, who I'm sure have done due diligence in investigating this, said we can't go to trial and have all this. It taints our whole circumstance, so sorry, we have to let you go. Will he be picked up by somebody else? Who knows? Yeah, that's a lot of baggage to bring with you when you have that kind of accusations going against him. But be that as it may, Tucker is no longer a Baltimore Raven.
You say that's a lot of baggage for a team to pick up. I say welcome to Cleveland, Justin Tucker. When does the NFL release its schedule? It's, about a week and a half
It's
now?
next week. It's May 14th is when they do this. Now, there have been partial releases. It was everybody knows who they're going to play. That was released a long time ago. That's a matter of formula that the NFL uses. But this year, there will be, get this, seven international football games played in NFL. 3 are in London. 1 is in Berlin, 1 is in Sao Paulo, Brazil, 1 in Madrid, Spain, they're going there for the first time, and 1 in Dublin, Ireland. Good gracious. They are really expanding their picture. Of course, we'll find out all about the Thanksgiving and the Christmas and the Sunday night and Monday night games. That all comes out. It'll be May the 14th. That's when the schedule's released. Kansas City Chiefs, I promise you, they will be involved in many of them, if not all of them. Of course, they can't be involved in all, but many of those games because it is national and in many cases international TV.
It is, and they are an international team, so we'll have to wait and see, but that just basically solidifies my fall and your fall schedule, Ned. PGA National Tournament is the next major tournament on the schedule. That's happening where?
It comes in, well, they're going to play it at Quail Hollow, which is in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's the second of the year's major tournaments. Masters has already been played, and Rory McIlroy won that. Rory McIlroy will be playing this week as well as in the PGA next week. He's really on a roll right now. But the fact of the matter remains the PGA's next, and then it's the U.S. Open, followed by the British Open. This year's tournament, and this is interesting too because normally PGA usually has a down tournament or a lesser tournament before one of the majors. Well, the Truist Open is what they're going to have this week. Is not a giveaway tournament at all. It's a big one. It's the old Wells Fargo Championship, and it's being played this year at the Philadelphia Cricket Club, I should say, Philadelphia Cricket Club outside the city. And Rory McIlroy and all the big names are entered in that one because the purse is big, and indeed the course is a good challenge and a good way to get your game all set for the PGA next week. It'll be a lot of fun.
Cardinals did not have a doubleheader yesterday, so did that work in their favor or against them?
No, it worked in their favor because they did get a win. And this is interesting because both the Cardinals and Royals are playing the tail enders. Just an odd piece of scheduling, but they're playing weaker teams in Major League Baseball. The Cardinals are up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Buccos got 2 runs in the first inning. That didn't bother the Cardinals at all. They came back, tied the game, again fell behind by 1 run, but had entirely too much power for Pittsburgh, which has no pitching other than Paul Skeens, their rookie, or actually second-year phenom now out of LSU, and even he is having problems. Anyway, Cardinals win 6-3. Jose Barrero and Wilson Contreras both had big games for the Cardinals, so the Redbirds get a win and have another game coming up tonight.
Royals, again, facing off with probably one of the worst teams in baseball. I don't even think the White Sox got 10 wins yet.
They do have, exactly.
Exactly 10 wins?
10 wins. They're not the worst team in baseball. The Colorado Rockies are even less than that, but the White Sox still aren't very good. Coming off an all-time record-setting losing year last year, and the Royals owned them. I think the Royals won every one of their games with the White Sox last year. Well, the Royals win again last night, 3-0. Cole Reagans with an incredible, get this, Mike, he pitched only 5 innings. They took him out, the Royals did, because they knew, come on, why waste the guy against a team like this? Took him out after 5 innings. That assured him of getting the win, and in 5 innings he had 11 strikeouts. I mean, he's overpowering the White Sox. Anyway, 3-0, Kansas City gets the win. Key hits here and there. Kansas City didn't explode all their weapons. Didn't have to. So the Royals get another win. Kansas City's coming back now. They're playing very, very well. So wins for both the Cardinals and the Royals last night.
Yeah, both teams looking real good right now. Royals are only 2 games behind the Tigers in this AL Central, baby.
Tigers are good.
They are. That AL Central is going to be tough this year. I mean, obviously got the Twins and the Sox in the bottom, but with the Guardians and Tigers in that division, makes it a little tough. The playoff games in the NBA, where are we at with that?
This is a real anomaly. It's happened before, I'm sure, but this old reporter doesn't remember it happening very often. The visiting teams won both games. Now here the Boston Celtics are hosting the New York Knicks, opening game of their Eastern Conference final series, and Boston gets a 20-point lead on their home court. And Boston blows that 20-point lead on their home court, the Boston Garden. The New York Knicks came back and won 108-105 in overtime. A guy named O.G. Anunoby, he's a British citizen, but out of Indiana University, scored 29 points. And the New York Knicks win the thing with 8 points in the overtime, 8-3. Boston couldn't shoot. They were throwing up brick after brick after brick, and couldn't get out of that miasma that they were in. And as a result, the New York Knicks get the win, 108-105 in overtime. Now, the other game, the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City had the lead on their home court in OKC for much of the game. But I'll tell you, the Denver Nuggets are pretty doggone good. And at the end of the game, it's a very tight game. Aaron Gordon hits a jump shot with a few seconds remaining. The Nuggets knocked off the Oklahoma City Thunder 121-119. Do you watch any of the NBA ever?
My thought is that when I was a kid, during the Jordan, Magic, Larry era, so when it was a team sport, I was really akin to it. It doesn't have that same feeling, and it hasn't had for years. I think college does sometimes. Obviously, during the tournament, it feels like that. Women, so I'm in. Like right now, I'm in, and I like to watch it during this part of it. But during the regular season, not as much.
I'm going to tell you to watch a particular player. The Denver Nuggets, their center. He is a former NBA player of the year.
One
and
of
all
the
that.
best.
Nikola Jokic is his name. Now, he says he's not 7 feet tall, but he's pretty doggone tall. If he's not, he's 6'11 and a half.
Easy.
And he must go close to 300. He's 290, 285, 290, 300 pounds. When he gets the ball, you don't stop him. He had 42 points last night. Oklahoma City tried to double and triple team him. He just overpowers them, and the way they officiate in the NBA, you can get away with that. He's pushing guys aside. The Lord, this is a stallion in there. He's Serbian, but he lives much in this country as well as he does in Serbia. Raises horses. That's what he loves to do. But can he play? And he is so doggone tough. Holds the ball with one hand outside, charging the defender. Hey, you want to come get this ball? Come on.
He could start. He could easily be a starting tight end in the National Football League.
Tight end,
easily,
unstoppable.
Easily.
Anyway, he's what makes the Denver Nuggets go, and they're good. They're a pretty doggone good team.
Yeah, and Celtics fans, I know exactly how you feel because the St. Louis Blues were up 3-1, 2 minutes left in the game on Sunday. So I know exactly how it feels, and I know how you're feeling right now, Ned. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.